Inside the 2008 Bombay terrorist attacks, the Robert House tragedy. On November 26, 2008, Mumbai, formerly known as Bombay, faced coordinated terror strikes. 10 Islamist militants from Pakistan arrived by sea in small boats. In the dark of night, they reached the city, ready to spread death and destruction. The violence began at the famous Leopold Cafe, a lively place filled with laughter and music. Suddenly, explosions and gunfire shattered everything. Next, they struck Victoria Terminus, the city's main train station. Travelers waiting for their trains were caught in the chaos as gunfire erupted. Another group targeted the Kama Hospital and the nearby police station, killing several policemen who tried to stop them. At the same time, two luxury hotels, the Oberoi and the iconic Taj Palace, were hit. Guests were trapped as fires burned through the night. The terrorists also stormed the Robert House, a Jewish center in the Nariman district, taking hostages and killing the rabbi and his pregnant wife. Miraculously, their 2-year-old son survived, saved by his courageous nanny, who managed to flee the building with him. For 2 long days, the Robert House was held by the attackers, until Indian commandos finally raided it.
How dare somebody from across the border come right into the heart of the country and kill innocent people for what?
The killers who struck this week are brutal and violent, but terror will not have the final word. People of India are resilient. People of India are strong.
The nightmare across Mumbai lasted 3 days, ended with 166 people dead and more than 300 wounded. Mumbai would never be the same again, but stories of courage, faith, and survival continue to shine through the darkness. The search is conducted on the text of the Torah, a Hebrew Bible, which contains 304,805 letters. Each word will appear as an equidistant letter sequence, ELS. The table comes from a code cylinder with only 53 columns. The expression "at the Robert House" is found with a skip of 159 letters and thus appears vertically, while other keywords also occur at low skips, as indicated in the title. At the Rabad House, attack, terror, Islamic, and in Bombay. Each word appears many times in the text, but only here, at their minimal skips, do they line up in a single table. Stick around until the end for a special bonus. To evaluate statistical significance, the Monte Carlo simulation method is applied to 1 million control texts generated according to the ELS random placement text population model. 5 words are selected: at the Rabad House, terror, attack, Islamic, and in Bombay. For each control text, we check whether the 5 words appear in a similar arrangement within an area smaller than or equal to that of the Torah table. The probability is estimated to be less than 1 in 50,000. Bonus 1, the bullet-scarred Torah scroll. Amid the chaos that followed the attack on the Rabad House, a symbol of faith, kindness, and goodwill, a Torah scroll lay inside, wounded by the clashes. Bullets tore through the rooms, leaving a visible scar on the sacred scroll, a silent observer of the tragedy that unfolded. Could it still bear witness to those moments from the darkest hours? Looking more closely at the scroll, we can see that the damaged area is located in the Parasha, Torah portion, Arhare Mat, which translates to after the death. Interestingly, this section also contains our table. Even more astonishing, 3 lines are affected, and it is exactly the verse where the code reads in Bombay, intersecting with the main word at the Rabad House. Just amazing. A quick calculation allows us to estimate the probability. From the photos, we can see that the 2 columns immediately to the left and right are untouched, and the damaged column is affected at only a single spot along its height. Furthermore, we know that a column contains 42 lines, and the scroll is rolled around its 2 handles, like the 2 strands of our DNA, and only the portion rolled onto one handle was hit. From this, we can estimate that if the entire thickness of the scroll had been affected, the probability is roughly 1%. Stick around until the end for a special bonus. Bonus 2, the truth of the Bible. Let's look again at the scroll. The 2 other damaged lines correspond to verses 2 and 3, which are also found in chapter 16 of the book of Leviticus. Let's read verse 2. And God said to Moses, Speak to Aaron your brother, that he shall not enter at any time into the holy place, inside the veil, before the face of the mercy seat that is upon the ark, so that he shall not die. For in the cloud I shall appear above the mercy seat. And now verse 3, with this shall come Aaron into the holy place, with a young bull as a sin offering and a ram as a burnt offering. Just after God says, in the cloud I shall appear, the text is damaged, not before, almost as if the attack itself halted before the divine presence. The damage continues through the end of verse 2 and nearly to the end of the verse 3, with only a single word, Aaron, left untouched amid the destruction, directly echoing verse 2, so that he shall not die. Absolutely remarkable. This is Ask the Torah Code, your window into the hidden dimension.